How many times have you done this? You start a new year by creating new goals because you're about to have the best year ever, right? Then a week or two into the new year, it starts. You have fallen off your carefully laid out exercise and diet plan. You have fallen on your career goals and the plan seems daunting. You have already splurged on shopping and blown your carefully crafted budget. Sounds familiar, right? And most of the people throwing up their hands and going back to the old comfortability. Dreams of the best year fall away and it becomes business as usual. I get it. For years, I was that person, giving up on all of my goals by 15th of January. It just seemed so hard to change. But then, I decided it was enough. I was done giving up on what I wanted because simply it was too uncomfortable for me to change. This year, I've decided to break the cycle. I wanted to make my year also the best. Now, we all know about setting goals, right? But making them happen is tricky. So, I did some digging to find out why people struggle with their goals. Here are the 4 most common reasons why dreams slip through our fingers. Okay, so now you know a little of why people fail. Now, let's take a look at the steps and plan your best year ever. Step 1. You can't set goals for your future until you take some time to reflect on the past and where you are right now. I want you to grab a notebook or open a Word document and write down the following categories. Feel free to add if any are missing. Next, go through each category, write down where you are now on a scale of 1 to 10. Be honest with yourself if you're good or bad for all of these categories. For example, a table can look like this. Now, step 2. Once you have thought about where you are right now, take a look at each of those life categories and envision what you want them to look like in the future. You can be as broad as specific you want. In this goal setting exercise, we are just envisioning the future and not choosing a big goal yet. For example, maybe you want to get more healthier physically and both mentally, and you might also wish for a great career and want to save some money so that you can travel to your favorite destination in this world. I love doing this exercise because it's so eye-opening of where we are right now. It really shows the discrepancies between where you are now and where you want to be. And this exercise will really help setting the goals. Now, how do we create the goals? Try setting the smallest goal you can think of. Just one tiny step towards your bigger goal. For example, let's say you want to read more, but you haven't read a book since you were 16. Jumping straight into reading the book is crazy. It is probably not realistic and will cause you to give up on that. Instead, a micro goal could something be along these lines. Read 3 pages of that book every day sitting on that bookshelf. Literally so simple. It would only take you 5 to 10 minutes or even lesser to do this task. Once you accomplish this micro goal, move on to the next one. I hope you got the idea here. And the next is SMART goals. SMART, a popular mnemonic for best goal setting practices, stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. This is a great framework to apply after the past micro goal setting stage and want to create real and achievable goals. To start, be as specific as possible. Instead, to lose weight, how much weight do you want to reduce to achieve your target and how much time do you think it would take for you to reach that target? If you want to lose weight, you might ask yourself these questions. Then, after answering all of your questions, create SMART goals. Once you have set your SMART goals, you're one step closer to achieving the big one. And the next important step is find your purpose and ask yourself what's the why behind your what. Achieving goals becomes easier when they are meaningful and connected to a reason and a purpose. To figure out the why behind the goal you have set, use this simple statement. I want to dash so that I can dash. Your statement could look like this if you want to read more books. I want to read non-fiction books so that I can increase my knowledge and be able to talk to others about various topics. Here, the why is increasing the knowledge, not just reading more books. Your why will be unique to you, and identifying it early on will help you keep you on track. Step 3. Track your progress. This is a very important step. Seeing your progress over time can be a great motivator to help you stick to your goals. You can do this either physically on a notebook or digitally on Excel sheets, Google Sheets, or a Notion doc. And don't worry, it's not that complicated. All you need is a column for the date and day, and another for what you are tracking. Example, weight, calories intake, and the number of pages you have read. You can rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. Your table could look like this. This is a very important step that you have to do over time. Now, step 4. I tend to be overly ambitious with all my goals. Sometimes I would work towards them for a while and then lose my interest and not even care about them later. The best way I have found to stop this from happening is to create a system for accountability. So, how do we create this accountability? Here are some ways to do just that. Write down your goal. This is a step most people don't take. Share your goal. Pick just one person to share your goals with who can keep you accountable. It can be your friend or a parent or anyone you know. Track your progress. Like I mentioned earlier, track your progress. Smarter goals are measurable, meaning you can measure your progress. Step 5. No matter how motivated you are to do something, it can be hard if you just don't enjoy it. For example, imagine 8 of 10 students who don't enjoy studying find it hard, while 9 out of 10 students who love it do well. Look at this sentence. I have to work more. Versus, oh, this work is so exciting. If you don't like your job, that's not an immediate reason for you to quit the job. However, keep in your mind that your success is correlated to your level of enjoyment towards that work. If you fall in love with the process, meeting your goals will come naturally. Now, step 6. Is it 6? Yeah. Setting goals is fun part. It's the follow through that tends to get a bit rocky. The absolute best way to follow through upon your goals and make time to work towards them is to form a positive habit and incorporate them into daily routines. Let's take an example that your goal is a fitness related one. Maybe you want to run a marathon or lose certain amount of weight. By working fitness into your daily routine and making it into a habit, you don't have to remind yourself every day or talk yourself into it. You will just do it. Here are few things to keep in mind to really make sure that the habit sticks. Focus on one habit at a time. Implementing a new habit is very hard. Implementing a bunch of them is near to impossible. Start small. If you want to incorporate fitness into your daily routine and you have never worked out since a long time, and don't try to start working out for an hour every single day. Start small and work your way up. Anchor your new habit to existing habit. What does that mean? Your day is already filled with a lot of habits, right? Anchor your new habit to the existing one to make sure it gets done. Last but not least, schedule it. A new habit might be very hard to remember for the first few weeks. So schedule it or set a reminder to make sure it is done. Now, once you have done all of this, finally take some time to reflect where you have been and where you are right now, and applaud your efforts. It is very important. I can't stress this enough, but you have to celebrate. Before you go, if you truly want to change, I guarantee you that you can find the motivation and willpower to do so. Dig deep, consider some of the important tips in this video, and most importantly, believe in yourself. If you have always done what you have always done, you will always get what you have always got. Now, over to you. Follow the steps in this video. Head over to the comment section and write what do you want to achieve most in 2024. You have got this, my friend. I'll tell you one goal of mine. My goal is to achieve 1000 subscribers in 2 months. This is measurable, right? If you honestly think that I deserve it, then hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining the video. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.